So I'm here with Louis the Laser Guy, the CEO and co-founder of National Laser Institute, the country's largest and most prestigious medical aesthetics training institute. Now, Louis, I'm excited to share with all of our viewers today exactly what this medical craze is that's sweeping the country. So could you tell us what exactly you mean by medical aesthetics?
Kathy, medical aesthetics is every type of injectable that exists, from Botox to dermal fillers. It's every type of anti-aging technology like laser hair removal, photofacial skin rejuvenation, laser tattoo removal, laser vein reduction, body contouring. And in the San Francisco Chronicle, they stated that medical aesthetics is now a $10 billion industry.
Well, I believe it. There's so many people that are wanting to take advantage of these procedures. So what I wanted to ask you, Louis, is can somebody with no health or beauty background really come to National Laser Institute's 2-week course and be able to go out in the marketplace and seek employment in this medical aesthetics marketplace as a laser technician?
Absolutely, Kathy. In fact, that's the number one question we always get asked. Can somebody with no health or aesthetic background become a laser technician performing services like laser hair removal and photofacial skin rejuvenation? And after a 2-week program, they are good to go.
What I don't get, Louis, is how did medical aesthetics just explode overnight? It's such a huge industry, and I see that all the movie stars are getting the treatments as well as even college students these days.
I would say the number one reason that medical aesthetics has just boomed and become $10 billion and is growing like wildfire is it's become so affordable to get these amazing treatments that used to be so expensive. The best analogy for me is when I got my smartphone years and years and years ago when they first came out, Kathy, I paid $795 for a smartphone that today costs $100. So now everybody can afford a smartphone. Same thing happened to the technology. These services, anti-aging services for skin rejuvenation, hair removal, used to be thousands and thousands of dollars. Now they're affordable. Now they're hundreds of dollars and anybody can afford it.
So what would you say are the most popular services in the country today, Louis?
The most popular services in the country, Kathy, in medical aesthetics are laser hair removal, hands down number one, followed closely by skin rejuvenation, photofacial skin rejuvenation, laser skin rejuvenation. Then there's laser tattoo removal, there's laser vein reduction, there's body contouring. The list goes on and on and on.
So there really are options for everyone. So tell me, who exactly is doing these services? Is it just women mostly?
Everybody's doing these services, Kathy. Men, women, but it is primarily females. I'd say about 83% females comprises our marketplace.
So Louis, where are these services being done?
These services, Kathy, are being done at physicians' offices across the country, medical spas, health and beauty establishments like fitness centers and hair salons, but it's not just plastic surgeons and dermatologists, it's family practice doctors, internal medicine doctors, OBGYNs, the list just goes on and on. Everybody's getting into the business.
So talk to me about physicians' offices. Why, for example, would my primary care doctor or OBGYN be doing cosmetic medicine like Botox and laser hair removal, skin rejuvenation? Why are they doing these things all of a sudden?
That's a great question. Why would a traditional doctor, like a family practice doctor, be offering Botox and skin rejuvenation? Well, it comes down to two things. Number one, it's a booming business. The physicians want to get a piece of the market, make some good income. But number two, and more importantly, it's a cash business. And as you probably know, insurance is taking their toll on doctors. A lot of doctors are billing $500 or $1,000 for an hour and only collecting 50, 60, 70 cents on the dollar because insurance is not reimbursing. So this is a great synergistic business that they can add to their practice because they've got the infrastructure in place. They've got the clients to talk to. All they need is a qualified technician to do the services and they're good to go.
Louis, I know our viewers are anxious to learn just what kind of career opportunities are available in this billion-dollar marketplace. So who would be a good fit for this business opportunity and where might they work once they got done with their training?
I would say the best fit, the right individual to enter the world of cosmetic medicine, medical aesthetics, and somebody who's going to become a laser technician and doing services like laser hair removal and photofacials, they really have to be a people person. This is a service business, Kathy. So it's kind of like the waiters at the restaurants, the hairstylists. They're just good with people. They like being around people. So if you're somebody that enjoys to be around people and socializing and interacting, this is the right business for you.
So what's the number one reason why somebody would want to be in this business then?
I would say, Kathy, the number one reason that people get into medical aesthetics isn't because it's a booming field or they can make some very, very good income. It's because health and beauty, it's a fun business. You're changing people's lives. You're passionate about it. Who wouldn't want to be in this business, Kathy?
It is. It's fun to be around all of that and to see the results of it because it's something you can actually see the difference. So if someone wants to change their career and become a laser tech doing hair removal or skin rejuvenation and more things like that, do they need a medical background like a nurse, or do they need to be an esthetician, or can anyone do it?
Anybody can do it, Kathy. In almost all the states across the country, you need proper training, which is typically a 2-week course, such as the National Laser Institute, and then you're good to go. And after a 2-week program, you will feel confident and comfortable that you can safely and effectively treat clientele all day long.
So I may be a little confused. Can you explain to me the exact difference between aesthetic schools differing from laser schools that focus on medical aesthetics?
Sure, great question. An aesthetic beauty school is typically a 6-month program where the focus is facials and chemical peels. The typical facial in the marketplace costs about $70 or $80 and takes an hour. Great service, very enjoyable. Now, in medical aesthetics, it's technology-based. The program is not 6 months. It's a 2-week program where instead of doing things like facials, you're doing technology-based intense pulse light photofacials, which instead of costing $70 or $80, it costs $300 or $400 and takes 20 minutes instead of an hour. So the ticket of the items is a much higher ticket, more earning potential, and a more technology results-driven service.
So Louis, why do people come from all over the United States as well as even other countries to attend National Laser Institute?
Kathy, our attendees come from everywhere. Dubai, Canada, Mexico, Chicago, New York, Boston, the list goes on and on and on. And they come to National Laser Institute the same reason somebody might hop on a plane and go to college at Stanford or Harvard, because we are National Laser Institute. So it's exciting. Also, Kathy, it's only a 2-week program. So it's not like you're coming here for 6 months or a year, 2 years. 2 weeks, you knock it out and you are good to go in the working world.
So Louis, is it true that National Laser Institute has financing programs available to help cover tuition and travel for those who attend from faraway places?
Absolutely. We have all types of financing programs available. So anybody who's contemplating coming to National Laser Institute, I encourage them to inquire about all the different financing options.
So Louis, what kind of financing do you have available specifically for military families?
Oh, there's amazing options. If somebody has active military folks in their family, we have the GI Bill, there's MyCA, there's all types of options. So I encourage everybody who's got anybody in their family that was involved in the military to inquire.
Well, I think it's great that you do that. I know that's a cause that's very personal to me. I'm very passionate about it. And Louis, I know there's a lot of career choices out there. There's cosmetology schools, culinary schools, massage schools, dental assistants, the list goes on and on. So tell me what sets National Laser Institute apart from those other kinds of education.
You're absolutely right, Kathy. Somebody who's looking for a career change or advancement, there's all types of opportunities out there. The 3 top reasons that people choose National Laser is, number 1, it's a 2-week program. It's the only trade school in the world that I know of that you can knock out in 2 weeks and be in the working world, which is amazing. Most trade schools are 6 months, a year, 2 years. Also, this is a $10 billion marketplace, Kathy, that is growing and growing and growing. So it's exciting to be part of that. And also, as we discussed before, it's fun. Health and beauty is fun. It's a field you can be passionate about, and you're changing people's lives. You're building self-esteem. You're building confidence, making people feel good.
So Louis, is there any prerequisite to taking a laser class? Does one need a certain type of prior education or any kind of work history?
I'm glad you asked that, Kathy, because there is 2 prerequisites to getting into this field. Number 1, you must have a high school degree.
Okay.
And number 2, you must have a passion for health and beauty.
Good answer. So Louis, walk me through the curriculum at National Laser Institute and the educational process here.
Let me walk you through the curriculum, Kathy. It's a 2-week program. In the first 5 days, you're going to have between 13 and 15 different guest speakers ranging from plastic surgeons, dermatologists, estheticians, laser technicians, marketing seminars, and we're going to teach you everything you need to know from A to Z about how to safely and effectively operate and fire a laser. Then it gets fun. On day 6, you go into a real live working medical spa, and you're working on paying customers every single day, but it gets better. Day 1, maybe you're doing laser hair removal. Day 2, maybe you're doing photofacial skin rejuvenation. Day 3, maybe you're doing laser tattoo removal, vein reduction, body contouring. The list goes on and on and on. So over the course of the following 10 days or so, you will have performed services in all the latest and greatest technologies that exist. And every single day, you're using different technology, and you have amazing different instructors every single day that have been in the business between 7 and 20 years.
A lot of our viewers then might be thinking that they were never very good at high school math and science, or, they're not very technically minded. So they may have a little intimidation when it comes to understanding this business and getting through the course. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that, because when I was in high school, I was scared to death of math and science and physics.
So was I.
And when I got in this business, I was a little nervous too, but it's so easy to learn, and you just figure it out. And after those 5 days, regardless of your background, regardless of your education, you will get it. You will figure it out. We hammer home the points again and again and again, and everybody after the 5 days of classroom feels really comfortable that they can explain very simply how a laser works.
So it's a 2-week course. Is that sufficient enough to learn how to do these kinds of services? I mean, when I hear of laser hair removal and skin services, I immediately think that must take a lot of work and background expertise to be able to do something like that.
Interesting you mentioned that, because years and years ago, before training courses existed for medical aesthetics and lasers, the manufacturer, the representatives that sold the lasers would come in, they'd sell a laser to a physician's practice or medical spa, and they'd spend 2 to 3 hours training somebody how to safely and effectively use a laser device. That was absolutely ridiculous. So 2 weeks, we found, is the magic number to go out there and be confident and comfortable you can provide safe and effective treatment. So the market has evolved, and we've come to the conclusion that 2 weeks is perfect.
Does National Laser Institute have a job assistance to help people that graduate get jobs afterwards or career opportunities afterwards?
Yeah, great question. We get asked that all the time. One of the nice benefits about National Laser, since we're such a big organization, we get between, I would say, 100 and 200 job leads per month of physicians' offices, medical spas, laser chains across the country that come to us and say, hey, I'm in Manhattan, New York, I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona, I'm in Dallas, Texas, I'm in Boston, Massachusetts, we need to hire people, these establishments. So we send them all of our graduates' names as kind of a hiring pool. So we do everything we can to be a resource for job assistance, which is exciting.
That is very good to know for our viewers out there.